today we're getting into a fun topic, the top 5 neighborhoods to move to if you're a young professional.
Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, or if you're new here, welcome. We talk about all things real estate and lifestyle in the Phoenix metro area. So make sure that you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. That way you can continue to learn all about living in Phoenix, relocating here, and all about the real estate market.
And we are licensed real estate agents in the state of Arizona. So as much as we love making these videos, we would love even more to help you in your move. So the number that's popping up on the screen, that is our number. You can call, text, DM us. We are the ones that will be answering those questions that you have. So anything you need, just ask. We're here to help.
So to get started, we're seeing a lot of people that are moving here for tech jobs, medical jobs. They're working for startup companies. And a lot of these people are looking for less of the family and suburbs lifestyle and more of, they're young professionals. They're looking to meet people, meet friends, meet significant others, really enjoy their, 20s and early 30s and do what they want. And, they're not ready to settle down yet.
And that's why we're going to cover all the bases here, not just the housing types, but a lot of the other things that you can experience in the areas that we're going to talk about today. And it's not going to be just the city of Phoenix, but all of those surrounding areas as well.
Also, it's definitely worth mentioning that Phoenix has a ton of colleges, universities, and trade schools. And what we're seeing is that because we have such a big student population, is that recruiters and these large companies are moving here, actively recruiting fresh employees that are newly trained, newly educated. They really want to get in on, the massive amount of students that they could potentially recruit. And so if you're looking for the job action, that's what we're covering today.
And our first area is going to be Tempe. So Tempe's home to ASU, or Arizona State University. So that is one of the largest universities here in the Phoenix metro area. So you're going to get a lot of the things that come with being like a college kind of town. Not really a town, but in the city. There's going to be a lot of condos, a lot of townhomes, apartment buildings that have been turned into condos. We also have some duplexes, some triplexes, and some smaller single family homes in that area. So there is a huge student population there. And obviously there's dorm buildings and things like that, but you're going to get a lot of the nightlife. There's tons of nightlife in Tempe. Tempe Town Lake is down there. So we've got this huge lake right in the middle of Tempe. So if you like to kayak or paddleboard, you can do all that there. There's walking trails, there's biking trails. So lots of those activities, lots of concerts and nightlife, bars, things like that. So you're going to get a lot of that in that Tempe area.
Number 2 is Old Town Scottsdale, and this is another area with tons of nightlife, shopping, dining. There's a lot of cool, trendy restaurants, bars, cafe, coffee shop things in Old Town Scottsdale, and also Scottsdale Fashion Square, which is the highest end shopping that we have, I think, in the general Phoenix metro area. It's a really fancy mall, and that's where all the high end luxury brands are. And so if you want to go shopping, and that's your thing, really nice indoor mall and all of the nightlife and dining and everything around it. I would say that Old Town Scottsdale is the most popular for the bar scene. If you like to go clubbing, bar hopping, that is the most popular area. It's also very popular for bachelor parties, bachelorette parties, 21st birthdays, and if you're somebody who likes to go bar hopping on Saturday night and then wake up really late on Sunday morning and go have a boozy brunch, you pretty much only can get that for the most part in Old Town Scottsdale. It's very much known for that. That's the kind of scene that you're going to get. There are a lot of higher end condos and townhomes right there in Old Town as well. And so if you are a young professional and you really want to experience, we know a lot of people, they're working during the week and they want to have that club scene on the weekends.
Yep.
If you go and buy one of those condos right there, you're not having to Uber, you're not having to drive under the influence, or just pay for an Uber or a Lyft all the way across the valley. That would be, I would say, the appeal to Old Town. And of course, you know, the restaurants and everything that
Yes.
are down there are really good as well.
Okay, the third area is going to be Central Phoenix, Arcadia, and Biltmore. So these are all areas inside the actual city of Phoenix, but Arcadia and the Biltmore they're a little bit different. So Central Phoenix is going to be really, you know, that downtown life. Probably you're looking at apartments, some condos. They are doing some revitalization in all of those areas because those areas are more established. There's not a lot of new building going on. So you've got some single family homes, you've got historic homes downtown, a lot of little shops, coffee shops, some restaurants, not a ton of nightlife in, you know, downtown Phoenix, but if you happen to work there and you want to live there, you're close to, you know, the sports arenas and the civic center. So any of those kind of events that are going on down there, museums of course are all mostly going to be down there. We used to have some other museums in other parts of the valley, but Arcadia, if you're a dog mom or, you know, a pup lover, Arcadia is the spot for you. Tons of dog friendly patios, like restaurants, things like that. So if you're one of those people that takes your dog everywhere, you really need to put Arcadia on your list because a lot of the restaurants and bars have, you know, dog friendly patios. On the weekends, you'll see people out with their dogs. You know, if you go to a restaurant in that area, you're gonna see dogs on the patio. So if you don't like dogs, don't go to a restaurant in Arcadia. And the Biltmore is really an older established part of Phoenix. It's where we've got the country clubs and we have a lot of our resorts are in that area. There's a lot of high-end shopping in that area. Your price point obviously is going to be a lot higher. We've got single family homes. There's also, you know, townhomes and things like that. They're building some new things down in those areas as well. So if you want to be inside the city, those are some really great options for you. Okay, and then we've got Central Phoenix, which is not quite as tight as downtown Phoenix. It's a little bit farther north than some of these other areas that we're talking about, Arcadia and Biltmore, things like that. So again, we're looking at an established area, but if you want a little bit more space, maybe you guys want a single family home, maybe you want to be closer to some hiking that we have in that area, that would be a really good option for you as well. So we've got single family homes, we've got condos and townhomes there, lots of parks in that area as well. So, you know, you may have to travel a little bit farther to get to some of the restaurants and the hip and trendy things, but you're not gonna quite be in the outskirts. You're still gonna have a lot of those inner city amenities and benefits, but you're going to have a little bit more space than if you're actually in downtown Phoenix.
So next up, we've got more towards like the North Scottsdale area, the Kierland and Scottsdale Quarter area. There's a lot of, you know, again, great shopping. These are also areas that have you know, the higher end shops and the really cool like outdoor shopping area. You can walk between the two. They are mixed use development, so there's, you know, commercial, you know, the shops and the dining, everything on the main floor, and then they do also have condos above them in that area, which is really cool. And then there's condos around them too, and again, the prices are going to be higher end, but around there's also single family homes, and Mayo Clinic is right down the street, you know, a couple miles away. And this is a really great area because, you know, we have a lot of nursing colleges here, and I know I went to school with, like, all of my friends were nurses from college, and a lot of them went and worked at Mayo Clinic after college, and that was a really great area for them because they didn't have a long commute. And, you know, with a lot of young nurses, they're working night shifts, and
yes.
you don't want to be driving after a 12-hour night shift, or sometimes longer, just because you're super tired and you don't want to be falling asleep at the wheel. So that's an area that I think a lot of people are attracted to because that
yes.
Mayo Clinic is a big employer over there. It's a massive hospital, really great for young professionals. And then, you know, directly in that Scottsdale and Kierland area, there's tons of different types of employers, you know, from anything from sales jobs and finance to smaller businesses, you know, serving, things like that, you know,
yep.
with all of the different businesses around there. So tons of job opportunities, again, maybe higher end, maybe a higher budget, but some of those, I mean, a lot of those are higher end businesses, and so
yes.
you're usually coming into a job and you're maybe making more than you thought you would, or if you're, you know, splitting rent or your mortgage payment with roommates, then it can be definitely be worth it for that area.
Okay, and our last location for young professionals is going to be Ahwatukee. So Ahwatukee borders Phoenix on the south side. It is south of South Mountain. And one of the reasons that people like Ahwatukee is really its location. There's nothing, you know, super spectacular about shopping or housing there, but it's close proximity to the East Valley and some of those cities like Tempe, Chandler, Mesa. So you're close, but you're not in those cities. So if you're looking to maybe get a job in the East Valley, there's a lot of tech jobs over there. You know, your price points in Ahwatukee are going to be less than in some of these other areas. You know, you're going to have your typical strip mall shopping and, you know, and chain restaurants and things like that there. You won't have as much of the kind of mom and pop or some of the more, you know, trendy, cute cafes that you'll see in some of these other areas. But Ahwatukee's affordability and its location is absolutely amazing. There's tons of outdoor life there too, you know, lots of hiking trails. You're right there by South Mountain, which has got some of the best hiking in the valley. So if you want to be close, you know, to the East Valley or not quite inside Phoenix, Ahwatukee would be another great option for you.
So we think there's a lot of great areas for young professionals to move to and live in the Phoenix metro area, even more than what we talked about and can cover in just this one video, but that's exactly what we're here for. So make sure that you reach out to us. You can call, text, email, DM. We're gonna be the ones that you're gonna be talking to, and we wanna make sure that you have a really educated and empowering experience when you're buying and selling real estate in the Phoenix metro area. So we'd love to help you out there. That's why we make these videos, to help get you started in the process, and then we finish it out with, you know, Zoom calls, getting you, you know, to actually buy. And then of course, make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, so you can continue to learn all about relocating to, living in, and the real estate market in the Phoenix metro area.